It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And yesterday was the grand reveal of the new backyard coral reef. Thank you all so much for your generous comments and for all your encouragement through the process. It really was crazy, right? How fast this went in. And it is going to be really fun to watch it go through the seasons, to do these new Walkabout Wednesdays. I'm going to be tackling the front entry soon. Not today, but definitely soon. At the end of this week, we are going to be doing a little design modification at the project at Sunset Cliffs. Our wonderful client Elaine wants a modification. I don't know how to explain it. We'll just have to show you. But it's not major, but it's going to definitely elevate that design. So I'm eager for you to see that. And so you can look for that at the end of the week. You all mentioned that we didn't spend any time yesterday on Greg's beautiful fountain. And I'm sorry. I guess I'm just there's just so much. I didn't mean to gloss over it. It is the diamond in my garden crown. Isn't it super cute? I mean, it's perfect. I top dressed it. Really, I had all of the shells very specifically placed around and on it. And then the grandkids came this weekend and did them, which is totally fine. So the shells are all askew and whatnot. I couldn't care less. Right, couldn't care less. Our kids had a blast just playing in the water. And playing with the shells. I was concerned about the mammillaria. You know, I mentioned that I'm not the greatest at growing these because of my penchant for watering. So this guy was in the beautiful Susan Ock pot. Remember, it was on the little table under the pergola, the house in Chula Vista. So what I did is I just cracked, there are three pieces. There was this duo and then a single. So I had it all planted right here, but we do get just a little bit of, of splash. So I decided to pot it up. I buried the pot partially, popped the mammillaria in the pot. That was a really great idea, guys. Now it's protected and it's not going to get wet. The other piece I put right here because I couldn't get all three pieces in that green pot, and I'm running out of pots and stuff. So, now is the time to get super creative. Also, special thanks to John and Chris Gleason, followers that have offered me a big hunk of their very, very, very beautiful Petalanthus bracteatus. So thank you, Terry. But I'm going to be going over there tomorrow afternoon and digging up a clump from their big stand so I can get some major instant gratification here, which makes me very happy. It's very generous. Thank you. I'm excited about that. Also neglected to talk about Bentley's toilet. And I had originally thought that I'd have him go back here behind the air conditioner. But, you know what, that's just not realistic. He's not gonna, I could train him to do that, but it's just easier to put him on a leash and take him out front. So he poops in the front yard, and then we just, clean up the poop. He pees out there too. But most of his peeing is done in the morning on his constitutional. We go for about a 45-minute walk every morning, so he gets most of it out of his system then. Then he spends the rest of the day on the couch. So the peeing and the pooping is not a big deal. It's way, way, way too hot for Bentley to be out here at this time of year anyway. The tiles are hot on his feet. It's just not conducive. So, we may continue with that, and if not, maybe later on in the year, I will take the time to train him back here. But for now, toilet is in the front. So, Greg and I went to Oceanside this morning after the last of the grandbabies went home to just kind of trot around and look at some of the little shops and whatnot and see if we could find any more little beachy tchotchkes. And we were not successful there, but we stopped at the Hobby Lobby as per your suggestions, in Oceanside. I'd never been there before, and holy crap, what a place. I found this adorable little bird, little seabird there. But I think, you know, the most important thing was the fishing net. You guys had the idea to, rather than, and I say this all the time, don't I? Don't try to hide the utility boxes in your yard. And this is kind of like the utility box in my yard. So I just put a fishing net over it and some little, fishing tchotchkes, and I'm just thrilled. I love it. I'm super happy. We got a little wooden boat and a couple of other little thises and that's, which you'll kind of pick up as we go through Walkabout Wednesday. So the only thing left out here, other than really to watch the garden grow, is to deal with the golf course grass. Our landlord told us a little secret that there is actually a nail right here so that you can take off a bar. How about that? That's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to go through and do a little housekeeping. Hells yeah. Now, you know what, Greg? Why don't you give me the phone? I'll show you guys what it looks like from over here. It's not... Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh my God, that was so awkward. I hope you guys aren't all going to throw up now. It's not as great as you'd think from the golf course perspective, because see, it's, as I go back down, you know, this is kind of where they golf. They're downhill. Downhill, downhill, downhill. So, I mean, it's cute and all. The driftwood and the starfish and the little octopus pot really shine. Of course, the Aluaudia is gold. Greg looks good there, doesn't he? And then, you know, so here you have it. But obviously, you know, it is a lot more exciting from our perspective. All right, so here is the grass. This is driving me absolutely crazy. And then look at all this detritus all along here. Yuck, right? There's a tennis ball and, ugh, God, this is gonna feel so good. So I'm gonna clean this up. Give this back to Greg. Okay, all right, so, oh, this is gonna feel great. Sure enough, there is an irrigation whatchamadoogle in here. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's clearly leaking. Okay, I have tried unsuccessfully twice to get the attention of the grounds crew when they're coming. They come through here with weed whackers, and, you know, I'm like, hi, you know, and they won't look at me. So, yeah, we'll just take care of this. And, you know, I'm not really going to be able to see the rest of this detritus from the other side of the fence. But just knowing that it's tidy back here, I will sleep better tonight. Yeah, because I mean, this is a real, it's just yucky too for the golfers. You know, if I were golfing, I wouldn't want to look into this yard. All I would be able to see is all this crap. And it's going to take me all of like a minute to clean it up. I like to work really neatly too when I'm doing installations. It's really important to me to work clean and to do the cleanup first so I can see what I'm doing. It's all very important. Okay. Yuck. Okay. There we go. Ha! Mucho mejor. I have 2 piles now of crap that I'm going to, it looks like I'm going to need a trash can back here, not just my little, I brought my little dustpan, but it's going to take more than that. So I will sign off for now and have Greg go run fetch me the trash can, and we'll get this all cleaned up. I'll come back through my little hole here, put the nail back in the fence, and maybe do this again in another few months or however long it takes for this grass to make a comeback. So I hope all of your burning questions have been answered. Thanks again so much for all your fun suggestions of things to do to improve the garden. Tomorrow we will take you on a garden tour. We're going to look at an installation that we did a few months ago and see how it's doing in Carlsbad. So you can look forward to that. Meanwhile, get out in your gardens, do some cleanup, do a little installation, have some fun, create some magic. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.